All right, hey guys, what's going on? My name's Chris Hawkins, and this is Your Best Life Defined. Let's go ahead and get right on this thing. I think back at my life, and I think one of the most significant things that happened in my life was how my relationship with my wife changed. And I've mentioned this, I've kind of shed some light on this in my podcast, how Brene Brown saved our marriage, or saved my marriage. I think it was one of the first podcasts I did. And maybe even if it didn't come across as being heartfelt, it really was, because when it came down to it, the reason that my wife and I had struggled were we wasn't on the same team. We wasn't on the same team with regard to what our goals were. I mean, when you think about a professional team, a sports team, the goal is the center. The goal becomes the center for that team. In other words, anyone who does not work towards that goal does not get to be on that team. Anyone who doesn't push forward on that goal does not get to be a part of that success. And for the longest time, Sandy and I were not on the same page. There was a lot of resentment, and I would do things that were in my best interest, and she would do things in her best interest, and the result was we were opposed. We were actually two individual teams opposing each other in our relationship, which seems kind of ridiculous, but it's really true. When you think about whether it's your relationship or your life, whether you're pursuing a dream that you share with someone that you love or your partner, or you're just pursuing an individual idea that you have to join a team. You have to join the team that actually brings you to that goal. Okay? And we talk about success and about living your best life. For you to live your best life, you have to define it. You have to define your life around who you are, around the person you are on the inside, around the things that inspire you, because we will never be better at anything than we are at the things we love, and that's just the truth. So when you sit down and you look at your life, and let's say that you're following what I'm saying, and you actually got this idea that maybe you can do better, maybe you can have more access to the things you love in your life, then what you have to do is you have to invite team members into that goal. And you have to bring things and team members into that goal that actually support your goal and actually make it easier to achieve that goal. You can't be inviting things into your life that are contradictory or are opposed to your goal as a team member, right? And I say this because we don't necessarily look at the information that we take in as being counterproductive or the opposition or an opposing team member, but really it is. Think about it. So for me, my goal is to enhance my life and to live my best possible life. And part of that is to make sure that the activities I do and the things I engage in are taking my life in that direction. Now, I talk a lot about, or I've mentioned social media and the influence we have, whether it's, or the input we have in our bodies and our minds, whether it be social media or politics or the food we eat. When I look at my life, I ask myself those questions. Is this making me stronger toward my goal? Can I partner with a good diet? Can I bring a good diet in as a part of my team, as a part of my strategy for success? And will it help? Well, if I want to be physically fit, yes. Should I count on the fact that I need to work out even when I don't want to, because that creates that winning combination that I look for in my life? Can I spend time watching the media and spend 3, 4, 5 hours on social media debating with people I'll never meet and don't know about who's the best candidate for politics and why their candidate sucks and this and that? Does that really enhance my goal? See, you partner with people who help you succeed. And my observation is a simple one. See, I remember we would talk about our relationship, Sandy and I, and we would talk about our choices. And we'd look at other couples, and we noticed that there are certain people in the world, certain couples that we knew, that the center of their universe was their grandchildren. In fact, all things encompass their grandchildren. And I'm not faulting anyone for that. But for me, my goal was to have an amazing life and to live my best life. And does that include my grandchildren? Yeah, but the difference is that my grandchildren aren't the center of my universe. They are a wonderful addition to my team. See, my team encompasses me and my wife. And I've found that when we introduce people into our life to the point that they become the center of our universe, oftentimes it's not because we actually want that as our first priority. It's because that's the only team members we can get in on our side. Those are the only team members that add that type of value and emphasis to our life. See, I love spending time with my kids. Love spending time with my grandkids. But my number one team member, her name is Sandy. She's my wife. It makes it easy that way. See? And then we talk about all kinds of things. I talk about all kinds of things I'd like to do. Talk about all my dreams. And if I had free reign, if I didn't have a good team member with me, watching out for me, taking care of me, and keeping me on track so that we can win together, I would be in debt right now. I would have spent money that I didn't need, that I didn't need to spend on things that didn't really matter to me after I took the time to think about it. But my partner, my team member, she said, "Whoa, wait a minute. Is that really where you're going right now? Because I see you working towards being in great shape and living your adventure and continuing to do a podcast a day and to record these videos and try and help people live their best life. Does that really make sense for you to spend $300 on that? Especially since you're talking about maybe getting new cameras or maybe a drone or some other things that'll enhance this thing you're doing." That's why it's important to have great team members that give you honest information about where you are and what their suggestions are for where you should go and what you can do. That's the ticket. See, now Sandy, she just got done working out. She works out every morning to Sydney Cummings. And if you haven't seen her, Sydney is a rock star. She is a rock star when it comes to in the fitness world because she's an innovator. She gives all of her workouts away for free. If you want to get a good workout, go to Sydney Cummins' YouTube channel, subscribe, check it out. You can watch a video every day and it'll be a great workout for you. And Sandy does that. And even right now, my partner, my team member is out running. She's getting ready for a marathon. And I support her in that because I want a strong team member. I want someone who can kayak until I get tired when we're down in the Florida Keys. You know, it's easy to get distracted. Politics, they kill me. Politics and the rants on social media. You know, think about it. Is Donald Trump or Joe Biden on your team? Is he a quality team member? What does he bring in that information to your life? How does he improve your ability to achieve your goals? Chances are he doesn't. Chances are you can post everything that they post to you and you can repeat everything they say and all the ads and you can argue and you can yell at neighbors and friends over your opposing viewpoints. And guess what? Your team isn't any stronger. They didn't add any strength to your team. They didn't make you a winner. See, that's where you come in. That's where you having the ability to see who you are and to not only see who you are, but to invite things into your life that strengthen that and to make it stronger and to prepare you for what you face in achieving your goals. Pick a good team. One of my best team members in all the world was Audible Books. Audible, because I could download an audio book, and no matter what I was doing, I could listen to that book. I could learn something from Brene Brown or from Tim Ferriss, the author of the 4-Hour Workweek. I could gain some new insight as to who I am. I could gain some insight into what it takes to be an innovator, to be a motivator, to help people change their lives and to capture more of it. And I don't know if it's working or not, but it looks like it is. I'm on the road to that. Even if it doesn't happen right now, even if it doesn't happen in this very instant, because I'm not going to quit, because I have a great team. I have a great team of kids who support me, and even though we don't discuss my podcasts and I don't invite my friends and family to listen, I figure that's their choice. I'm doing my thing. When I ask for advice or ask for their opinions about the things I'm doing, guess what? Because they're good team members, they tell me what needs to be said. They tell me the truth about it. I learned a lesson. I actually had reached out to my friends on social media and asked them to review some of my podcasts to see what their opinion was. And you know what I got back? I got back silence. And the reason I got back silence wasn't because of the quality of my podcast. It was because they weren't good team members. They weren't in it for that. I can't ask my friends on social media to take care of me because they don't know me. See? So I guess in all of this, I guess the thing I'm trying to convey to you is that you are amazing. And no matter what you face right now in this very moment, you're just one choice away from starting to grow and become better at the things you do to achieve your goals. But you have to create a team. And whether that team is a subscription to Audible or the commitment to wake up at 5 o'clock every morning and handle your business, not because you want to, but because that's the path you have to take, that is the unglamorous side or the unsexy side of your struggle to your goal, then that's what you do. But load up your team. Load it up with knowledge. Load it up with people who support you and love you and actually will give you the support you need and are headed in the same direction or willing to help you achieve those goals. That's where your team comes from. I don't care what you see on television. I don't imagine anyone who's experienced the tragedies of COVID-19. I don't imagine any of them have been called or contacted by the president, that superstar politician, or Joe Biden, or any Nancy Pelosi. That doesn't matter. They're not on your team. They're not on your team, and you're not on their team. You are a pawn, and they are a distraction from achieving your goal, and that's to win. I might be wrong. I guess I could be wrong, but I don't have any debt. And COVID-19 came, and it'll go, and I'll be fine. And this podcast thing, I think this is podcast number 41, and I'm going to continue to do it. And I've gotten past all those weird things I had going on about how do I sound, and am I stupid, and do people even care? No, there's a lot of people who don't. There are a lot of people who are listening to this or will never listen to my podcast. And while I'd love the world to change, there's only a few of us that are enlightened enough to actually realize that no matter where we are one choice away from a better life. And you're the people I'm talking to. You are the ones that matter to me, because all things happen in due time. See, 10 years ago, I would have never been ready for this. For those of you who remember me, 10 years ago, I was still a struggling mess. And a lot of the things in my life didn't enhance my life. They were just things I did because that's what we did. That's what everyone was doing. And it was only when I refined my thoughts and I focused on me, and I started asking myself questions about what I was working for, what I wanted to win at. And I started building my team around it, and that team included knowledge, and it included quality people in my life. And it included quality actions and a quality strategy that's geared toward success. And I'm not saying you should get up at 4:45 every morning. I'm not saying you should write a book. But the question is, where are you going? And have you assembled your team of knowledge and people and information and attitudes and actions that are going to allow you to reach it? So you can live any life you want. Why not live the best life possible? Why not wake up every day, and even though you face that struggle, the unsexy side of life, of earning money, when you're done earning money, there's a portion of your day that's committed to pursuing your dream, to being excited and energized about the things you do. Not because you think someone's watching, not because it's the popular thing to do, but because it's who you are. See, the reality is it's going to end. The season's going to be over for you, for me, for everyone. That's guaranteed. The question you need to ask yourself is, are you winning at it? Do you wake up every day with a plan and a game plan for winning, and are you building a team that actually is going to allow you to do that? That's the truth. I'm not making this shit up. When you take a look at anyone who's been successful, the reason they're successful is they surround themselves with successful people and successful ideas and positive attitudes and tools that work, tools that bring them to their goal. There's a reason you don't use a hammer to dig a hole. It's because a hammer is the wrong tool. A hammer doesn't make it work. A shovel does. I don't know. I could go on. We could continue talking about this. I guess my point is, what does your team look like? And where is it taking you? Are you headed for a winning season? Are you going to get the end of this life and you're going to say, yeah, what a hell of a trip. Man, wow. That was friggin' amazing. Or are you going to be laying there looking up at the sky, wondering why you didn't pick a different choice, why you didn't pick different team members and collaborate with those who could actually help you achieve your best life? Because it isn't going to matter what you own. It doesn't matter how much money you have. The only thing that matters in life is how the experience went. Did you get to do and be the best person you could be? Did you get to do and be as much of you as you want, as much of you dreamed? I mean, imagine my goal is to spend my life doing stuff so much that I get tired of doing it, doing the things I love so much that I'm just like, I don't want to do that anymore. I mean, an example is backpacking, hiking, staying up in the high country. 2.5 years, 3 years of hiking up in the backcountry with my wife, throwing those packs on and doing our thing. We did it so much, I haven't done it in years. Do I still hike? Sure. But I don't sleep on the ground anymore. I did it. I did it and did it and did it. And I'm sure the same will be true for kayaking. There's going to be a point when I say, yeah, I don't really want to kayak anymore. There's going to be a point when I look at this fifth wheel, this RV I'm living in, the launch pad for my life, and I'm going to say, I don't think it works anymore. I want to do something different. But until your season's over, and until any individual element of your team continues to contribute to your life and to your success, you got to do it. You got to do it. I mean, I don't know. I guess I could be wrong. But I don't think I am. I'm living my life. I wake up every day excited. I'm excited about what I have in front of me. I'm excited about that 7-mile bike ride and that 100 pull-ups, 200 push-ups, and 300 air squats. Not because of the struggle, not because of that side of it, but because of where it's going to take me. And I have a good team. I have a good team that supports me. I have a good team that's in the game with me, that knows the goal and is working towards it. I don't care what the rest of the world's doing. I don't care what Joe Biden's doing. I don't care what Nancy Pelosi's doing. It's noise to me. It's distractions to the amazing game I'm playing. It's called life. You should check it out. Take a look at what you're doing. Who's actually on your team? Watch it. It works. So, anyway, I just need to remind you, by the way, hey, listen, if you would throw a like up, throw a share up on this podcast, I really appreciate it. I appreciate your support. I know I'm the new guy on the block, but as I've said before, this is podcast number 41. It's going to continue. I'm going to continue to be here even when you're not. I'm going to continue to give you ideas and give you information, not because I want something from you, but because I want to give you something. See, I have a lot of gifts. I have a lot of skills, but one of the things I really have is the ability to see where we need to go. I dare you to stump me. I dare you to throw me a message and ask me how to do it, or make a suggestion about a podcast based on some personal experience you've had or some goal. I don't think you can do it. I don't think you can stump me. But until then, just remember that you get one chance at every moment you live. And why not just go for it? Why not just say, you know what, I can do better? Something to think about. Anyway, I think I'm about done here. I've got some things I have to do. Got some things I want to do. So just remember, I just want to close with reminding you, my name's Chris Jaquez. I would appreciate you making a like or hitting the like button or sharing, and go check out my YouTube channel. You could be subscriber number 10. That's chrisjaquez.com. And as always, just remember, today's your day. Make it a good one.